Hey, what's up guys, it's Nathan here. We're down at ZIMM'S Guitars, and today we're going to check out this 1953 Tweed Fender Pro. So this is a 1953 Tweed Fender Pro. It's been retweeded and lacquered to give it a slightly aged look, and all the circuits there. It's had the filter caps replaced, but other than that, still got all the Astron coupling caps in there, tone caps, all the resistors and everything. So this thing has a 15-inch speaker in it, so it has a lot of low end to it, and the speaker doesn't break up quite as early as like a 12 or a 10 would. So most of the overdrive that you get is all from the tubes. This has the 5C5 circuit in it, which is actually known for being in the TV front Tweeds that were ran up until 53. This is an early 53, so it still has the 5C5 circuit in it rather than the 5D5, and it just breaks up really nice. It has a nice tube compression to it, and it's very warm sounding. It's not as bright as your later blackface and silverface amps are going to be. So we're just playing this Mexican telly through it, and let's check it out.
It was 130 last
So on these amps, we just have a single tone control rather than a treble and a bass, and then an instrument volume and a mic volume. And then over here we have 2 inputs for the instruments and then 2 inputs for the microphone. And these volume controls are said to be kind of interactive between each other, where they kind of affect one another even though that they're for the separate channels. It's kind of hard for me to tell, but the tone is pretty reactive, and like I said before, the amp is super warm, so even with the tone pretty much all the way up, you're still definitely getting like a really warm tone if you're playing through the neck pickup. It's not going to give you the ice pick highs like some of the blackface and silverface amps will, even if you're on the bridge pickup, and it definitely has a lot more mid-range, whereas a lot of the later Fender amps have a scooped sound. So on this one you could see some of the screen printed writing on there is kind of fading, and the faceplate has a little bit of corrosion on it, but overall you can still kind of see what all the controls are. No standby on this one. This was the latest circuit that didn't have a standby. The 5D5, like I mentioned earlier, they added a standby on there. So this amp is tube rectified with a 5U4, a rectifier tube, and then right next to that we got a set of 6L6 power tubes. And then down here,
how many watts? Not to interrupt, but how many watts is this thing then?
It's about 20 watts.
Okay.
If you look on the Fender amp field guide, they rate them between 18 to 25 watts. I'd say it's probably around 20. Whenever I got it, I compared it directly to a Blackface Deluxe, a 64, which are around 20 watts as well. And this one was a tad bit quieter than the other one. It could have been the speaker efficiency or anything else, but I'd say it's around 20 watts. And the preamp tubes are actually 6 SC7s, which are kind of unique. A couple of the old Fenders use them. Later on in the 5D5 circuit, they would switch to 12 AX7s, which are pretty common. So this one definitely runs on a weird set of tubes. And you could see that huge 15-inch speaker in there. It's pretty big. And even though it was retweeted, it was still put into the original cabinet. So you can see we have the tube chart on there, which actually funny, it says it's a 5B5, but inside, if you open the back panel up and you compare the circuit to the schematics, you'll see that this one's actually a 5C5. Fender was known for putting in the wrong tube charts, and they just kind of used whatever was left and was sitting close by whenever they were putting these things together. But these set of tubes definitely allow for some nice compression, and they break up really nicely. If you can get them to like around 3 or 4 is when this thing starts to get on the edge of breakup. It'll give you a nice hairy clean tone, and anything above that you're gonna be into breakup territory. So the Tweeds definitely break up a lot different than the later Fender amps do. I like it better. Some people don't like it at all. It kind of just depends on your taste. And these aren't very versatile amps, you know, so kind of have to know what sound you're after to be able to enjoy playing one of these things. guys, thanks for watching. Check out the rest of the videos on the channel for some more cool guitar stuff. Everyone down here at ZIMM'S Guitars, thanks you for hitting the like button and subscribe button, and tune in again. Thank you.